I'm going to jump in on self-reflection. Since there are so many folks in here that are new to using video, usually one of the questions we get is just how do you capture it? Some people will just use the camera on their laptops to capture it, but Insight Advanced has an iOS app and an Android app. So if you were one of the lucky ones who sat in the front, you have those little tripods. Those are for your phone. We have a lot of teachers that just prop that in the tripod, set it up. Maybe they are filming just themselves in the beginning, but what's more important is filming how the students are reacting to what the teacher is showing. So they may set it up in a corner of the classroom. So that's how easy it is to capture it, just on your phone like you would film a normal video. We will talk a little bit more, I think, from Hannah and Erica's perspective about how you get past that hesitation. But one of the things that we also are often asked is, how long should the video be? Well, the mistake that's made in the beginning is people are capturing 45, 50 minutes of video. What is technology supposed to do for us? It's supposed to be something that supports us, makes us work smarter, not harder, quicker. Nobody has time to sit and watch a 45-minute video, let alone upload one. So you know how your cameras work and how hard it is to share video or have a good connection for that. That's not the main driver here. The main driver is keep the videos focused, 10 to 15 minutes. When we were building this product, we would ask people who coach or observe teachers, when you do a walkthrough in a classroom, how long does it take before you've seen what you need to see? And I see heads nodding already. Usually about 10 or 15 minutes is what we would hear. And the same thing goes for this, okay? Right, 10 minutes? I heard someone say 30 seconds. So that's sort of revealing. And we'll also talk about here, what are some of the look-fors? What do you actually want to look for when you're self-reflecting? So I will hand it over to the team here and let you guys get started.
I'd say at the high school, resistance was a huge obstacle for us to overcome. And all of this is so relevant to each other. So getting past that hesitation by establishing a purpose and saying, I only want 10 minutes, and say we're looking for how you're incorporating small groups. That happens to be our goal for the year. Giving them what we're looking for removes some of the barriers. It makes them a little more comfortable. Okay, you're not just going to watch 45 minutes of me and find something I did wrong. No, that's not what we're doing. And also thinking about how to scaffold both the comfort and the skill of reflecting, because we weren't comfortable at first. Even like from a coach of the coach's perspective with video, I was like, why do I keep picking up my coffee cup and setting it down and PLC's off? And it was just like a nervous tick. But teaching folks how to get over that part and then reflect on what's actually happening in the video. And Erica was part of one of our rocks that developed a tool for folks to self-reflect.
Yeah, so we were asking teachers to self-reflect, and we did the generic thing. We were like, 10 to 15 minute video, self-reflect on that. Well, we didn't give them purpose for the reflection. So why am I reflecting? What am I reflecting on? Erica, I think the thing that I'm reflecting on is I'm never wearing that outfit again. Can you hear my voice? And I do encourage, make those comments, because sometimes you just need to get it out of the way. But then what we found was that we needed something a little bit deeper from them, not just a running list of this is what I was doing, this is what I was doing, this is what I was doing. Well, what are the kids doing? What's the interaction look like? So we created a rubric and some reflective questions, and I worked with one of the elementary school lead teachers as well. So this is something that we're using across the board. It's not just something that the high school is using. It's not just high school focused. And we talk a little bit about an exemplar teacher would be reflecting on the student data. So what did your exit ticket look like that day? And what does the data tell you about your teaching, as well as what is the video telling you about your teaching? So what's something, a little tweak you could have made to make things go a little bit smoother? So were your intentions clear with students? So these were just some of the things that we worked on, and giving them some reflective questions. Not that we want you to answer every reflective question. Here in a second, the rubric will pop up, and there's like 10 questions, and we worked really hard to narrow it down to just 10 questions. But we're really asking the teachers to pick 1 or 2 questions to focus on, not all 10. So what was the intention for the video, And if you are going to reflect on it, here's some things that you could reflect on that might be meaningful to you, instead of just a running tally of this is what we did, this is what the kids did. And we can see what you did. What's the deeper meaning behind it?
How many people in the room have actually used video to self-reflect on their own practice? Okay. Anyone want to share out, how did that make you feel? What did you learn? Please.
So it's been years ago.
You want to stand up?
No.
But you did, and I say thank you. Thank you.
It's been many years ago, but it was for National Board Certified. So in that process, that was the major thing, is building yourself. And I just happened to choose the communications teacher, so she captured everything. So, but it was, I felt very lonely. I think that was probably my worst critic.
Sure.
But it was such a growing process for me to actually reflect on why I do, how I do, and then looking to see how I'm engaging my students.
Wonderful.
So it was great. It was great, but it was hard.
Yeah, it's hard in the beginning. Thanks for sharing that. You said a key word, though, that we hear a lot, and it's vulnerability. And there's a superintendent that we work with in Connecticut who says he wants everyone on his team, whether you're a teacher or a school leader, to get to the point where you are confident in your vulnerability and that you're willing to say, I'm learning too. And video is a great tool for doing that. Anyone else want to do a quick share about using video for self-reflection? Anyone else? Okay, we can keep going. I don't have to push you if you don't want to. Okay, we'll keep going. So I'm going to actually now have you turn and do an activity here. So turn to one of your table neighbors there and talk about what do you look for and how can reflecting impact your practice, and then we'll do a little share out. So a couple of minutes, go ahead and turn to a neighbor. Purpose, exactly. Perfect, thank you. So get your cameras ready if you're ready for the first resource. Just for the sake of time, we won't actually bring up this rubric on the screen, but you can scan this and go right to it. Thanks to Hannah and Erica for providing their tool for you. There we go. Everyone getting it?
By no means is this the holy grail. Take it and tweak it as you need.
This was our second go at it, so.
Everyone have it? Yes. Okay, I'll wait just a moment. Just zoom in with your phone and you should be able to grab it. All right. Well, self-reflection is so important that we're not just going to give you one tool, we'll give you another one. So the screen is going to change and you can grab one more. This is a brand new ebook written by a variety of different educators, so you can scan this one as well. Simple ways to use self-reflection and video to grow professionally. So 4 different perspectives in one in this ebook. Again, lots of different tips about how to self-reflect in this ebook.